Thanks so much for joining us. This is our MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fair for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest and lots of events online. This is our fair where we have about 14 or so practitioners all offering our work together. We'll be introducing ourselves and then answering questions in an intuitive panel format, and we'll do that all together in this big room here. And then we will open up breakout rooms in a little bit, and there'll be a whole set of public breakout rooms where you can go from room to room and connect with practitioners. There are over 25 talks that we have being offered tonight, and all that is free, included with joining us here and attending. And then many practitioners are also available to do sessions tonight, or you can sign up to do sessions later. You can see everyone who's here if you go to jointhefair.com. That's probably how you got in here in Zoom, and scroll down. You'll see that there's a flyer with all the contact info from all the practitioners, and it also lists the pricing. We generally all offer our work at lower prices here at the fair, so you can, it's often smaller sessions, lower price sessions, so you can get a sense of what it would be like to work with us. We're excited to have you all here together. I know more people keep joining. It just feels like it's been like so many weeks since we did this. I ran an in-person fair again, finally, last weekend, and I'm like all focused on in-person now. And I'm like, how do I run this fair? Let me go glance and see if there's anything else I need to tell us all in the beginning here. And Anissa and Gio, if I'm like forgetting something, you should be able to move around breakout rooms by yourself, and we will help you. Gio and Anissa will be assisting. Probably Anissa will be hanging out in this main room the whole time. We have questions. We're going to be posting a lot of information in the chat, so you can see who we are and how to see who we are and how this is all working. And as we do the introductions, Anissa will let you know how to sign up to ask a question for the intuitive panel. So all that's coming. All right, let's see. Let's do our introductions, and let's approximately use the order that we used before, if I can figure out what that was. So I think we had Sainoor, and then Henry, and then Shelly, and I'm going to mix it up after that. But that gives you an idea. Sainoor, Henry, and Shelly. All right, you've got a minute. Enjoy your minute telling us who you are.
Thank you. It's great to be back, part of this fair again. My name is Sainoor. My business is 2B Hypnosis. I help people stuck in fear mode who are unable to sleep, focus, or manage their weight, lead a lighter and fuller life using hypnosis, nutrition, or Akashic record readings. At the fair here, I'm giving a talk on what Akashic records are and how they work. And come and listen to the talk, see if you would like a reading, or just stop by and chat with me if there's any questions you have. I look forward to seeing you all. My room is 10, I believe, but you can check the flyer. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Sainoor. So we've got Henry, and then where did we say we were going? I'm like mixing myself all up. Oh, Shelly, and then Brandy. Perfect. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Henry India Holden at henryindiaholden.com, and I have a special this evening, $20 for a 30-minute session and $30 for a 50-minute session. And so I do sessions around pretty much anything, really. I'm connected with the divine, so I feel divinely guided, and I would call myself claircognizant, certainly. So this evening, I'm focusing on, tarot readings, also on psychic protection. That's just come up so much lately. So if anyone feels that they need some psychic protection, I'm going to do a talk on that, how to do that for yourself. I do it for myself, and so what the pitfalls may be and how to do that successfully. And I'll also give a talk on past life readings. That's also been coming up a lot, that people are connecting with other lives, and I certainly have many times connected with other lives in my life. So we're going to be doing some readings for that. So it's talk and readings at the same time, and this is at 6:15, 7:15, and 8 respectively, and you see that on the flyer. And thank you so much, and thank you for being here.
Thanks so much, Henry. I keep going back and forth between speaker and gallery view. Okay, we've got Shelly, and then Brandy, and then let's go to Karen after that. Let's unmute you, Shelly.
There we go. Thank you, Laureli. Hi, everyone. I'm Shelley J Miller. I'm a professional psychic, a medium, and I read the Akashic records. I also do coaching with the help of A Course in Miracles, which is the teachings of Jesus, to see a non-dual Christ conscious view. I've had my spiritual abilities. I was born this way as a psychic and a medium. I've been reading and coaching professionally for 30 years. You can catch me at shelleyjmiller.com, SHELLY jmiller.com. I have a podcast called Finding Your Peace based on the Course principles. And I think what's most important to tell you is that you can have any modalities when you read with me, whatever you need, mediumship to meet your guides, the ascended masters, any of the spiritual hierarchy comes through to me, Akashic records. And I don't just give psychic predictions and information. That's not really, my readings are very transformative. They help you to find the skills, get the tool set to find where you're blocked, move forward, to learn how to work with the universe to come into flow in every way, and so that you leave with peace of mind. I'm talking tonight about sharing some of my readings with the Ascended Masters lately. December is going to be an intense month, so they gave some information about some advice, and I'm going to be sharing that at a talk. I don't know what time that is, but I'm reading tonight 15 minutes and 30 minutes at a deeply, deeply discounted rate. So if you want to work with me for the first time, if you're returning, take me up on that, because this is a discounted rate for the fair. I'm looking forward to speaking with you, and I hope to see you in my breakout room. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, Shelley. And up next we have, I think we said Karen, and then, no, Brandy, and then Karen, and then let's go to Emily after that.
Hi, my name is Brandy. I'm an oracle, and I'm psychic, and I'm a Reiki master. And I work a lot with talking to the body, talking to the cells, finding out where they ping from, to find out what is blocking you energetically, creating medical intrusion in your livelihood. And I work really deeply with Reiki symbols and creating new ones using sacred geometry to unlock frozen cells, frozen muscles, places where it's really hard to get to. And I find a lot of joy in that, and that's my passion. And I work by donation. I am giving a talk tonight, which is called Understanding Yourself. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Brandy. All right, we've got Karen and then Emily. And
Hello.
Sherry, did you go already? Sherry's next. So Karen, Emily, and then Sherry.
Hi, everyone. I am Karen Coccia with KarenCoccia.com. I am a quantum healer, a multidimensional mentor, and a soul alignment coach. And I help people remember who they came here to be by releasing everything that's not authentic to their true essence. I work primarily in a one-on-one session base, whether it's individual sessions or I do have packages available. And really, it's kind of like a nice conversation, meeting a friend for tea. We talk about what's going on in your life, what's bothering you. And as you talk, I'm just able to track into the different areas that's lighting up for me as far as holding different things that need to be released or integrated. And so we move through and we collapse and we shift and we do mindset shifts. And the session really opens you up to be more authentic to who you are. So I'm also moving forward in my mission in really helping people through their awakening. And I'm going to be giving a talk tonight on accelerating your awakening. And I'll also be demonstrating a group quantum healing session. So I'm really looking forward to connecting with all of you. Again, my name is Karen Coccia, KarenCoccia.com. And I look forward to this evening quite a bit. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks, Karen. We'll have Emily and then Sherry, and then we're jumping around. Well, let's go to Theresa and Paris after that. Go ahead, Emily.
Hello, good evening. My name is Emily, and I help energetically sensitive individuals struggling with anxiety engage in their life feeling calm, empowered, and aligned with their inner truth. And I do this through a program called Energetic Sovereignty. Tonight, you can find me after the intuitive panel, you can find me in one of the breakout rooms. You can ask me questions about my program. You can receive the free gift that I have for anyone who does come to visit me tonight. And you can listen to my talk. my talk tonight is clearing your energetic field. And I'm giving this twice, once at 6:30 and once at 8 p.m. And I'm going to share a really quick practice to help you clear your energetic centers, your chakras, right here tonight. So if you have been, I don't know, around people at all in the last maybe couple of days, this would be a great thing to come to. I also have some availability if you'd like to do a private one-on-one guided energy medicine session with me tonight. So you can come talk to me about that. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Emily. I believe we have Sherry next, and then where were we going? Whoops, people are moving around. All right, maybe then it was Theresa and Paris. All right, Sherry.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shelley Davis. I'm a coach, an intuitive reader, a shamanic healer, and a Qigong teacher. I'm an intuitive channel and a Reiki master with a broad-based understanding of the energetic realms, and I utilize different modalities in order to guide you to shift your energetic field. I read traditional tarot cards as well as other oracle cards, and I'm also a channeler connecting with your higher self to bring you messages. I also teach Qigong. I teach both public and private classes, and I teach you how to cultivate and clear your own energy with Qigong. You can check out my website at sfcoaching.com. I'm also doing a talk tonight on working with your energy, and that is at 6:15 in room 12. And I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Sherry. All right, and I think we've got Theresa and then Paris, and then, let's see, and then Parneet. Okay, go ahead, Theresa.
Hi, everyone. My name is Theresa. I am a psychic and love reader. I specialize in love and relationships. I've been reading approximately 32 years. Tonight, I will be doing private readings, 30-minute and 15-minute readings. Yes, wait, 30 minutes and 15-minute readings. I am able to tell you what's the difference between soulmates and twin flame. I am able to help you balance and align your chakras and your auras. I'm also an energy reader. I am also going to tell you how to balance yourself at the same time. I specialize in love and relationships, so I'm able to tell you if and when you will meet your soulmate, or if you already have. I will be able to tell you when and where you will meet your soulmates with time frame specifics, and so on and so forth. I am doing private readings tonight. You will be able to find me on Facebook with Psychic Gardens, Google, and Psychic Readings by psychicgardens.com.
Thanks so much, Theresa.
You're welcome.
And we're great to have new practitioners. Teresa's one of our new practitioners. We've got Paris and then Parneet afterwards. And then we've also got Perdita. So lots of new people tonight. Go ahead, Paris, and let's get you unmuted. Well, we can't hear you. Let's get you unmuted.
Hi, everyone. I am Psychic Paris. I specialize in spiritual healing, psychic readings, tarot readings, reuniting soulmates. I've been doing it for about 35 years. I'm doing readings tonight with no time limit on my readings. I specialize in love spells. I do all types of love spells, reuniting. I remove blockages, any type of negativity. I really look forward to speaking to you, giving you messages of what's happening through your past, through your present, and through your future. I do everything from energy balancing to chakra balancing, hands-on healing. I look forward to speaking to you. Love and light.
Thanks so much, Paris. I think we've got Parneet next, and then Perdita.
Shelly.
Parneet, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Parneet. I'm a medium, psychic, tarot healer. And to put it simply, I love actually teaching all of the above. I've been teaching development for many years. I want people to be able to tap into their own abilities. So that'll be one of my talks tonight. I've been doing this for probably 20 years. And, Zoom has taken over. So it's been amazing meeting people all over the world simply because of that. Otherwise, I was very limited in my readings to a very small, select few groups of people. So now I'm expanding, and it's lovely to meet all of you, and meeting new people has always been my greatest joy. So I am offering private readings, and I usually say they're tarot readings, but they also incorporate mediumship in them. So I will connect to your loved ones and give messages. My first talk will be on how to connect with spirit using your clairs. And the second reading, the second session, I will be talking about how to really become a medium if you're interested, or what led me on my journey. And, feel free to be able to come in and ask questions, because I want this to be open-ended so that you're learning from it. And yes, I'm looking forward to tonight. It's very exciting to see new people. And love and light to everybody. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Parneet. Great to have you join us. And let's see, I know we've got Perdita still. Are there any other practitioners that haven't had a chance to share yet? I think I got everyone, but okay, great. Yeah, so Perdita has products, and so she's going to do a little bit longer of an intro, since she will be participating in the intuitive panel. So yeah, everybody, we get to find out what all these great products are. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, so this is my first online event, so I'm navigating. Probably about 5.5 years ago, I had something significant happen that made me far more aware of people and how they talk to themselves. And as they're talking in a very negative way, they project and become quite negative with other people. The idea, basically, I subscribe to the, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. But there were other people who were saying things that just weren't really appropriate. And one of the things that occurred to me was that why are they perpetually talking, saying these mean things to themselves? We don't start out like that. So one thing led to another, and I decided to go out on a limb and change the names of colors. So I picked 12 colors, and I renamed 12 pencil crayons, and I called them my empowerment pencils. The idea being that that when you're actually coloring, you are being mindful, and you are infusing both the color and the message. And so I took things like blue, and blue has been renamed to I am beautiful. Yellow is I am positive. Red is I am loved. Again, so what you're doing is you're taking that color, that mindfulness, and taking it to another level. So the coloring means that much more. It's not just a fanciful event. It becomes something that you're going to actually participate in and leave a lasting mark. So basically it is a tube, and hopefully I've got this. So it's all 12 are I am statements. Okay, sorry, getting used to the backwards. So the pencil crayons are all labeled. And again, anyway, they all have the messages right on the pencil crayons. And so those were my flagship product. And as people were saying, well, what do I color with? So what I did was create like the Reframe It book. And so it has the same statements, but you're coloring them. And this one, I called it the Reframe It book, because the statements are frameable. So again, you've taken the color, you've infused the color, you've infused the statement. Now you can hang it on your wall, should you choose, and look at it and be reminded all the time that I am enough, I am beautiful, I am positive, I am strong. So those are just a couple of the products that I have that have been part of my journey, and I am sharing hopefully to make a small impact on a tactile level and improve some mindsets out there. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. All right, we got more people coming. People are asking questions about doing sessions, all kinds of great things happening. All right, well, let's see. So we say a few things. So one thing I forgot to mention earlier, it's for anyone that's attending and practitioners and vendors as well, if you want, feel free to write in the chat where you're located in the world, including the indigenous peoples that were on the land where you are. I put a link in the chat. It's, I know it's native. Where did I put it? It was right around here. Yeah, it's native-land.ca. You can type in your address and you just get this beautiful map. Like, it's just amazing to see all of the native peoples, and you can see who's on the land where you are. So for example, I'm 45 minutes east of Seattle in a town that we call North Bend, and it's the unceded ancestral lands of the Tulalip, Snoqualmie, and Coast Salish peoples. And like Seattle is on Duwamish land. And so one thing that we do with a portion of the money that we make at all of our different events, just about every event, is we give a portion to Real Rant Duwamish, contributing to the indigenous peoples that are here for the land that we're on. And I'm just thinking about that in particular because of today. Today is like Native American Heritage Day or something like that. And it's complicated what the US is doing. And I appreciate at least bringing our attention to indigenous peoples and the impact that we've had, and appreciating them. All right. Let's see. So this is recorded right now, and we're switching over to be in our intuitive panel where we answer questions from the audience. So I know I had someone ask a question in the chat that maybe wasn't exactly for the intuitive panel, and it could be for the intuitive panel. So we give priority to people that have never asked a question on our intuitive panel before. So it's your first time at the fair or your first time asking a question in the intuitive panel, let us know it's your first time. We'll get you to the front of the line. We'll have maybe 3 or 4 or 5 practitioners very briefly, very quickly, try to keep it down to like 1 minute, everyone, answer questions. And it's a great opportunity for everyone to practice opening to your intuition, because you get to see what comes for you compared to what we share. And then also when you ask a question, if we go deeper than you want us to go or talk about topics you don't want us talking about here on this recorded call, please let us know, jump in and interrupt us and guide us so we can honor you. It's really important. We want to do that. All right. I've not been watching. It's possible my assistants have written down some questions. No, maybe we don't have any questions yet. Do you want to ask a question of us before we split up in breakout rooms? It's a great opportunity to get feedback from several practitioners at once. And yeah, so who wants to ask a question? We usually have like a whole bunch of questions coming in, so I don't remember the exact order in which I share all this stuff, so maybe I'm like a little out of order today. Yeah, guests. Does anyone want to ask a question? Just let us know in the chat if you want to ask a question. Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe we have a question coming in. Okay, great. Is that Leslie, I think? So let's see. If you are willing, I will. If you're...
I'll ask a question.
All right, so we got Dale in line 2. You probably asked a question, but not for a long time on the panel, but you may not have asked one on the intuitive panel before. Oh, any personal question is great. I mean, you can ask a general question, but personal questions are great. So let's see, that was Leslie. So Leslie, if you're willing, let's see, let me see if I can find your video now. I'll put you up on Spotlight, and then I'll bring practitioners up that want to answer or want to ask. Yeah, they want to answer. Oh, there you are. Okay, let's see, I'll get you up on, whoops. There you are, moving around my screen. All right. So would you like to speak to your question? We get a chance to hear you ask your question, Leslie?
Sure. Hi.
Hi, welcome.
This is my first time here, and I have a question about deliberately placed auric blocks that had occurred here for purposes of keeping me silent regarding something I witnessed. And I'm wondering if there's anybody in your group here that can address how to deal with violations in one's own auric field, as well as issues like psychic implants, for purposes of extreme surveillance. These are pretty controlling energetics, I realize, but they're very real also.
Yeah, thank you so much for your question. I think we've never had a question quite like this before. So yeah, that's great. I know Henry's already. I got something I want to say too. So let's get Henry up here and then I'll go after Henry. Go ahead, Henry. Yeah, so practitioners, raise your hand in the Zoom if you know how to do that. Anissa and Gio can help you and we'll get you all in line. Go ahead, Henry.
Hi, Leslie.
Hi, Henry.
Welcome for for your first time and stepping up right away to ask a question. That's really great. So the auric blocks, especially so if it's damaged, you can certainly find people who work with auric scars. And I think they can also work with you on the blocks. I don't work with auric scars, but I work with psychic implants. So I teach people how to do psychic protection for themselves. And in fact, I have a talk on that tonight. And I teach them how to do psychic protection for themselves and how to release whatever is going on, whether it's an implant or an actual possession or something like that, to release that. On occasion, I will do a depossession, but I tend not to want to do that all that much because I'm myself very, very, very sensitive. And so it's kind of like, you open a can of worms. I do it, and I have done it here and there for people because it's just appropriate at that time. But you can also do that for yourself. So the first thing is that I just want to validate that for you. I had an implant as well many years ago, and I went to see somebody who helped clear that out of my life. And it took one session and it was completely cleared. And this is partly why I'm so interested in helping people develop practices for psychic protection.
Thank you.
So it's absolutely possible. It can be done. If you come
Maybe
to
just pull it to, we have 1 minute, so just pull it to a close, please.
In my talk tonight, if you want to join me there, this is at 7:15. We can work on that a little bit.
Thank you very much, Henry.
You're welcome.
Great. Thanks, everyone. I'll just be timing us to help us stay in the minute.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do. So I'm going to share a little bit, and then we've got Sherry, Karen, Shelly, and Brandy. I'm letting a few more of us answer, getting started. And this is a great question that we've not had before. So I approach it less energetically in this way, and I do body psychology, so I think of it more like that, and I guess I'll spotlight myself too. So one is, I think about anger and how comfortable, easy are you with the feeling of anger? I distinguish between anger and aggression. Aggression is push someone else down, and anger is just like fire, like yes and no. So I just look to see anger in general in your life, in terms of like boundaries and also breaking through. And then I'd also look to see, how is this familiar? Did you have someone that shut you down early on in your life? And if so, it's not just something recent, it's something that's older. And I believe that willingness is so important. Like, are you willing to speak? Are you willing to have your voice heard?
Oh, totally. This voice was
wait, I wanted to
deliberately
point out, you said yes, and you shook your head to the side.
Oh.
So yeah, this is where our body gives cues. And so while part of you is willing, part of you might feel scared. There's some part of that, so going into what that part of you is. And my minute is up. Great. So let's see. So we've got, and I know I cut you off, but thank you so much for it. It was beautiful. Sherry, Karen, Shelly, and Brandy. And you can say something in the middle here if you want to. Leslie, did something you want to say?
Okay. No, I can't remember what it was. That's okay. The voice was silenced for a decade. Somebody called my situation akin to being buried alive. So it was quite significant in terms of my life and my family's. And it was in dealing with very high level spiritual teachers who also have very high level occult powers. And, so it was frightening to open this voice, but I also don't think it was limited to just this lifetime. I think I've been silenced in prior lifetimes as well. That's my feeling, and also a feeling that's been confirmed by other seers.
Yeah, thank you. We've got a few answers, so let's get to our answers for you. And then I'm sure people will be happy to talk with you more about it in breakout rooms. All right, let's see. So we've got Sherry, then Karen, then Shelly and Brandy. So just a minute each. Go ahead, Sherry.
Hi there. First, I want to speak to your voice. For me, I can see that this is also related to past lives. So this is coming up for you to heal in this life. Toning, I feel like, would be very, very important for you. Vocalizing, singing, practice using your voice in a very deliberate and specific way. Definitely throat chakra, anything that you can do to activate your throat chakra center, but I'm really getting very strongly toning and vocalization for your voice. As far as the energetic psychic imprints, right now there are a lot of discordant energies going on. I would recommend shungite as a crystal that you can use to keep close to you to keep that clear. I would also recommend finding a practitioner local to you to help you clear that energetic body, but also doing an ongoing practice for yourself. Energy cleansing and clearing is not something that we do just once or we look to somebody else to do for us. It's great to go get it done, but learn yourself. I know for me, I do Qigong every day and I have my own practice that I embrace. But it's an ongoing thing. And I know the days that I skip, something always comes up to remind me. So find a practice that works for you, and definitely the toning. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Sherry. Karen?
So Leslie, when you were speaking, and then you even mentioned about the occult, what came to me immediately was that it feels like it's a curse. And that it doesn't feel like it's originating in this lifetime, but it's carried through. So it's being held in your Akashic records. And it's really about going into your Akashics and dismantling the curse. And then being able to then learn how to protect yourself energetically from getting this kind of thing going forward. And I absolutely agree with what Sherry was just saying about the toning. Once you're able to dismantle that curse, it's really important to start using your voice in a variety of different ways. And I think also just doing some self-affirmations once that's reversed to really encourage yourself to feel safe. So you can do that, just affirmation work to feel safe to speak your truth going forward.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Karen. We've got Shelly and then Brandy.
Hi, Leslie. I'm going to say something that's completely, probably sounds very radical differently from what other people are saying, because I'm a Course in Miracles teacher. And what Jesus has to say about this, and I also read the Akashic records. So is that implanted in from another lifetime? Sure, it is. But it isn't real because it's a dream. And what he says is are you going to make it real by continuing to hold it into place, or are you going to turn it over to your God self? It depends on what master is leading you, your ego, fear, from past lifetimes, from the fall, originally the fall, or are you going to turn it over to your God self, which is Holy Spirit? So I know for a fact that the way to come to enlightenment and to heal everything in your mind and reprogram from fear to love is to ask Holy Spirit, your God self, to enter every single relationship and take responsibility for you creating that dream or nightmare, if you will, and not making it real, because he says all healing is essentially the release from fear. So I have a podcast called Finding Your Peace on ShelleyJMiller.com on the homepage if you want to find out more about his teachings. But the less you make it real and the more you take responsibility for saying, let's ask Holy Spirit in, it will get healed, honey. It will get healed.
Thanks a lot, Shelly. Yeah, and it wasn't from a prior lifetime. The the implant was from this lifetime. I actually remember when it occurred.
Yes, but it can be dreamed in another lifetime and remanifest.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had one too, and it's gone. Yeah.
Thanks, Shelley.
You're welcome.
We've got Brandy, and then I'm sneaking in Paris too. Since it's Paris' first time, I want to get Paris's voice in here also. Go ahead, Brandy.
Hi, I just wanted to say to you to remember the only thing to fear is fear itself, which means that when you were frightened, when you put that block in, that's what you're facing with unblocking it, is your magnitude of fright that made you willing to block yourself. So I just want you to think about that. Think about how strong of an emotional state you must have been in to block yourself, right? That's what your adult mind wants to connect to, is the other side of that layer of fear. So, and I would suggest before you really go cross that line, sit with yourself and do some breath work. I can feel anxiety bubbling up in your abdomen. So ask yourself to do some breath work, to release some excess air so that you can have free air and free breath as you go through that meditation process of linking to your young self who put that block in. And then ask yourself why you did it, to shine light on all the aspects that played a part in that. Thank you.
Thanks, Brandy. All right, go ahead, Paris.
I can't hear you.
Paris, you're muted. Let's get you unmuted.
Hi.
Hi.
Through your vibrations, what I'm picking up, because I am an energy healer and I'm also a spiritual healer, I'm picking up that these scars are inner scars within your inner child. And what you've done is you've placed a wall around you, not a physical, but a spiritual wall. This wall has become your protector, but also, my dear, this wall has become titanium. So no matter how much you're trying to break this wall down, there is a very large block there, something that did happen in this life that caused trauma. And I don't want to say physical as much as I want to say something mental that did go on. And it's left very strong scarring behind. So these inner scars is what needs to be cleared through your inner child. Because as I'm picking up your vibration, your inner child, my dear, is screaming out for help. So something did go on through your childhood, because I do see you as a youth and I do see you as a child. And I also pick up is your third chakra, which is considered your solar plex. The color of it is yellow. And this is squeezing up on you, and this is causing you to have a psychic attack. And this is what I'm picking up. So these are the things that need to be done. Your third chakra needs to be reopened. And these inner scars within your inner child need to be cleared. That's what I'm picking up. You're very welcome.
Thanks so much, Paris.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks so much, Leslie.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
I know, and I felt particularly bad that I was sort of speaking over you and cutting you off, particularly given what you.
No worries. Thanks a lot for giving me the
Thank you.
opportunity.
Yeah. All right, let's see. We're on to a next question, and more people may be willing to chat with you about this in breakout rooms. So yeah, various talks, and people are available for sessions as well. All right, let's see. We've got, I think, Catherine, is this your first time? And I think I know which Dale we have that volunteered. So if it's not the Dale that I think, let me know which one you are. But I think you've asked questions before. Catherine, is it your first time asking a question for our panel?
Yes, first time attending.
Do you want to turn on your video and I'll bring you on spotlight? That's optional.
Sure. Actually, if it's okay, since it's being recorded, I prefer to just use my voice. Is that okay?
You can just use your voice. That's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm struggling with a health issue. I don't want to bring up the diagnosis, but I have a lot of pain and tension in my legs, and numbness and burning and things like that. And it started with just the shins, and now it's going. It's just like this warped tension in my knees, behind my knees, and now up my thighs. And I know it's emotional. I know there's an emotional kind of a component to it, and I do acceptance meditation with it, and I'm able to relieve some of the anxiety around it. But I'm just wondering a layer deeper, maybe how to access or how to be present for, or how to hear what it's trying to tell me. Yeah, any information would be very helpful. Thank you.
Great, thank you. All right, I know Brandy's got something to share. Practitioners, anyone else? And I'll prioritize practitioners that haven't had a chance to answer yet. But Brandy's already, so let's go ahead.
Okay. Medical. Okay, so what I was getting for you is that your spark is starting, your Kundalini is rising, is trying to come into your core. And there is a block on that with self-worth. And there's also a block in there on severe pessimism is what's coming through. So I don't know if you're an overly pessimistic person, but that is the energy that's coming through. And as soon as I said pessimism, all sorts of energy came rolling from behind that. So so think to yourself about what you think about pessimism, what that looks like in your outlook on life. And also maybe go to YouTube and look for some sort of a Kundalini chant or some sort of a vibratory chant, maybe 582 megahertz. I'm getting 582 hertz, like on YouTube. If you just do a meditation with that, it will help you recalibrate some of those particles for flow, for some of that higher enlightened energy trying to flow up through your legs. You could almost perceive that you have eyes at the soles of your feet. Those eyes are trying to connect to your eyeballs, and they're not able to get through. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you, Brandy. That's cool. And I'm so glad Emily is in line, because I got a little glimpse of your eyes and your energy, and you so seem like an empath and sensitive to energy. So go ahead, Emily.
Hi, Catherine. So I've struggled with health myself in my life, and I just wanted to suggest looking into the medical medium information. And the medical medium, he also goes, his name is Anthony William, I believe. He's
Yes, I've read his book.
Say that again?
I've read his book.
Yes. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, I've personally had a lot of success using his cleansing protocols, especially the ones in the book called Cleanse to Heal. It has like the watermelon on the front cover. So I just, if I could offer anything to you on that. I've had issues with different kinds of like rashes on my skin, and that's really helped clear that up.
Thank you.
Well, great. And Karen's got something to share too. Thanks, Emily.
So I'm picking up a lot of repressed emotions and some Akashic sitting on your L4 vertebrae. And I wanted to just invite you to really kind of tap into the emotions that you're storing there and almost feel like you're pushing them up and out. And then it's almost like you can take your back and pull it off of yourself and see how much you can actually free and move it. I had another thought, now I'm trying to remember what it was. But it's like kind of blocking that flow from your cranial sacral moving up and down. And it's also just really, I think it's causing a lot of the pain down your legs. So if you can tap into what's being held there, or of course us practitioners can assist in sessions with like really removing what's sitting there to allow for that flow to come back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Karen. Practitioners, anyone else? Something to share with Catherine? And I just put in the chat too, we have all sorts of different panels. We happen to have a panel coming up on medical intuition on Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, Shelly's got something too. Let's have Shelly, and then we'll go on to the next question. Go ahead, Shelly.
Yeah, hi. Again, from the Course in Miracles, but sweetie, I felt when you spoke such as the other said, somebody else said, repressed emotion. I feel like there's such a disconnect. There's a between you have made yourself so small rather than realizing that you are unlimited. You are what God is. You're pure love. You're pure light. And I feel like there's a disconnect. So you have to remember, honey, that that you are innocent and holy, and you're not a victim, and you're not alone, because you're just currently, the kingdom of God is within you, and you're just currently not being able to feel it. So again, as I said to the other lady, begin to call on your God self, begin to lay it down, and begin to have some faith here, because everything is coming up so that you can come into the mighty person that you are, and the innocent and holy person that you are. I feel like there's a lot of guilt guilt will hold you back to another round of existence. So you need to really look at your self-talk and watch your belief systems, and begin to change your mind about those things, because you're storing it in, you're locking it in emotionally, and it's creating pain. So make Holy Spirit your master, and begin to watch your self-talk, and ask for help, and know that you're going to give it with faith to God, and be looking for what you're learning from this, because it will release. Okay. I know that sounds oversimplified, but the mind, the ego wants to make it complex. And the reality is that we're whole already, and that we don't remember it. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Shelley. Well, thank you so much, Catherine, for asking your question. And I hope we've been able to be of service to you.
Thank you, everyone. Yes, I appreciate it so much.
You're welcome. All right, the next question from someone who's not asked before is Cloudy Waffles. Cloudy Waffles, I love your name. It's fun. Where, if you want to come up on screen, I need to find your video and I'll spotlight you, or you can just simply unmute and ask. Are you still here? Anissa, do you see Cloudy Waffles? Maybe Cloudy Waffles isn't here right now.
They're still here.
Oh, there you are. There you are. Did you want to? That's right. You have the little bunny, kitty bunny thing. Did you want to ask your question? Cloudy Waffles. All right. If you don't come on, I think Andrea is next. All right, Andrea. And then we've got Dale and Brittany also in line. Andrea B, where are you?
Hi. I just
Hi.
just kind of taking some time to do a little self-care today. I do many different things. I am a teacher at school. I'm a teacher at a high school. I teach science, and I also enjoy in my free time doing I Ching readings and Chinese astrology. I just have, I'm doing fine, but it's been a confusing time during the pandemic. And, I go to work, I work really hard. Sometimes I'm drained, but I just seem to have an energy. It's been kind of a year like no other. And I just was wondering if do I have any guides, or am I on the right soul's journey right now? I don't know. I just kind of wanted a little reassurance, and then doing a little bit of a self-care. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks so much for your question. All right, practitioners, see what's coming through.
I'm kind of in the dark too. I can undo the video, but it's just I'm just so comfortable not seeing anybody. I'm just in my office. So I'll turn it off.
Yeah. Thanks for letting us bring you up. Yeah. All right. Who has an answer for Andrea? That's great. I got to see your eyes super briefly there, so I could say a little bit too. Got Karen up first. Go ahead, Karen.
Sorry, you could have spoken, Lorelei, if you want.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So I do get a yes that you are on the right soul journey. And I just wanted to also commend you, because this has been such a crazy time with what's going on in the pandemic. And so feeling like your energy is a little bit spread thin is completely understandable, because you're having to manage things in a way that is new for so many of us. And it's just like a really interesting and intense time energetically right now. And to have all of those young, not too young, but young students, and to just be managing all of that. So my other suggestion to you is just to remember that you are incredibly powerful, because we're all universal beings in our human bodies. Just make sure that you're not leaving pieces of yourself in the classroom, but at the end of your day, calling all of you back to you. You might even want to picture yourself leaving your classroom, leaving the school, and like quickly getting yourself home, so that energetically you're whole and home, and not trying to think about the next day or reviewing what happened that day, or trying to figure all of these things out in terms of how to navigate during these times. But really just remember that you're doing your work, and you are get to have some downtime and some rest time and recuperation time too, and don't have all of that running in your field when you're not at the school.
Appreciate it, Erin. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Great, thank you. And practitioners that haven't come up and answered a question, I want to encourage you, if you have something to share, please do jump up. And I'll say super, super briefly, it just seems like your energy is wanting to say no to something. I don't know what it is, but it's like you're suppressing a no. Yeah, and I that you said, I looked at your eyes once long ago, you have the priestess talent. And I think that you, I can't remember if you have it first or second, the glimpse of your eyes is so fast. And but yeah, you might be taking on too much responsibility, too much, holding your part too much. And yeah, this seems like there's a no that wants to come through.
Here I am.
Oh yes, great. Yeah.
Glasses off. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I work too much. I do a lot. And so today, and definitely this 4-day weekend is kind of, I haven't really taken care of myself. I just sit in the chair, relax, but yeah, I'm kind of tired.
Yeah,
I'm mainly just tired about everything that's going on.
Yeah, like something's wanting out. You don't have to be the one that does something. Yeah. Well, let's see. So Theresa, I think you haven't answered a question yet, so let's put you to the front of the line. So Theresa, go ahead and take a minute responding to Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. My name is Theresa.
Hi. Nice
Hi.
to meet you.
Listening to your question and what you're going through, I have to be honest with you. You're doing great. You're pushing through everything you have to push through. And I understand this is a horrible time for everyone with the pandemic and the energies, but you're relaxing your body. You're taking time for yourself in your chair, and you're going home and doing what you want to do. However, I'm going to be honest, you're not balancing your chakras and rejuvenating your aura at the same time. You have to enlighten those and release everything you're going through and everything you're picking up. So what you need to do is just take time, balance your 7 chakras, and realign your aura. And for that, you would definitely have to do a chakra bath and do some meditation, at least 15 minutes every night for a while. For the next month.
Thank you very much. I will try to definitely. I feel like something is coming up for me in January, so.
Oh, there's a lot coming up for you.
And then, so I've been told, because I'm seeing a counselor, like a professional counselor, and she said there's something coming up. So you just need to really take care of yourself between now, like professionally coming up. Like
absolutely.
And so she says, just take care of yourself. So I've been trying to find different ways. And today when I saw this email, I'm glad I checked it because I saw that, oh, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to sit in my chair and relax because I take care of.
Well, yeah, that's one thing you can do. However, your chakras are exhausting and exhausted. They need to rejuvenate and breathe again.
I feel
so you have to, you definitely need to realign them.
Right.
Physically, you're doing good. You're relaxing the physical part, but the spiritual side needs to be in line and all up and balanced as they should be, because they're exhausting. They're flickering.
Thank you. I mean, thank you, but yes, yes, you're right. I feel it. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Theresa. All right, we've got Emily
welcome.
next. Go ahead, Emily.
There we go. I'm unmuted. Oh, hi, Andrea.
Hi.
Would it be all right with you if I pulled a little oracle card for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. These are ones that I made myself.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So the card says aligned. And what that makes me, kind of the meaning for that for me is just kind of like getting in alignment with your truth and your heart and letting that be what guides you forward from here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you, Emily. Appreciate it.
So just and briefly, everyone, we've got Shelly, Henry, and Brandy. Go ahead, Shelly.
Hi, well, I can't disagree that I feel that your energy has taken a hit. I feel like your focus has been in the world and trying to balance. And I feel like what's important to you is kind of what she said, Emily said about being aligned, is that it's important really not to focus on the illusion. It's important to focus on self and the love of self. And I feel like by the spring, early part of the spring, you are going to have a new direction that has to do with career and also your joy. I feel like you are in line. That's why I want to say self-love there's a reason that's the key to self-mastery, honey. And so it's not just self-care, it's choosing where you want to spend your time, where you want to spend your focus, all of that. Who's guiding you, your God self, or are you letting your focus be pulled? I feel like the winter months and into the early spring, you are going to come more and more into having a big aha about what your joy is. And I feel like you're on track with it. So just be present in the now. Just feel moment to moment, feel the presence and move forward, knowing with complete certainty that what Blessed Mother Mary used to tell me when I was channeling with her is that what is yours will come to you. It cannot be otherwise. So take heart in that, rest yourself, and move forward, knowing that something very joyful is going to happen in the spring, and you're going to get more into alignment and awareness with that. So be easy on yourself, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Shelley. Get Henry and Brandy. You're muted, Henry.
I can't hear you, Henry.
I know, Andrea, it's because I was muted, and I've
Sorry.
been doing this for so long now, and I still don't what am I doing? All right, so I'm going to share a couple of cards with you that pulled. I hope that are these two cards showing up on the screen now?
Yes, they are.
Okay, wonderful. So Andrea, and is it Andrea or Andrea?
Andrea.
Andrea. Okay, that's kind of the German way. Okay, Andrea. Sometimes I argue with the cards, and so I pull two, and they're telling me basically the same thing for you. So the equilibrium, it's very much about paying attention to what you're pouring out and what is coming in. And so if you look at the bottom right area, you have these two jugs and they're really pouring into each other. And that's creating equilibrium. So you can give energy to where you say, you over here, you don't have what you need, so I'm going to give you some of mine. And that is a sort of like a zero-sum interaction where you're losing something and maybe they will gain something, maybe not. And what you want to be doing instead is thinking in terms of recognizing that what they have, what they need, they have within them, and you can inspire them to tap that rather than giving your energy, rather than giving from yourself, from your life force, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one. Does this speak to you?
Yes, totally. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Great. So that's beyond just being content. That's like managing energy or life force. Key.
And Henry, just pull in quickly.
Okay. And then the second card is just when you know too much, it begins to take a life of its own. So if you can take it down to very simple, very like innocent mind, child mind, and come from there and just assume you don't necessarily have it all figured out and let it go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does, because I teach 4 different science subjects, and I just plan all the time, so it's a lot of work. We also have a lot of times people gone a lot because of COVID, so thank you. And it sometimes feels very overwhelming, and I work, sometimes 12 hours a day.
I think that you're giving your own energy rather than inspiring other people to tap into theirs.
That's very meaningful. Thank you so much.
Thanks. And everyone, by the way, Henry is making those cards, so we're looking forward to the whole deck being available. Brandy, go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to say that for me, it feels like you're observing things on the outside, but you're not calling any of your joy into your core.
I have no joy right now. You got it. I'm just like a robot right now.
You feel very melancholy. And so what it is, I understand a little bit about being a scientist and how we can observe without feeling. So what it is, as soon as I said that, okay, so this last quarter especially has to do a lot with leaving ancestral connections behind, recognizing everybody's human, everybody is suffering under a human condition. So you can let things go, focus on yourself, forgive yourself, and move forward and step into some joy in this lifetime, in this now. Not everything is black and white. Some things can be a little fluff, and you want to bring in some of that colorful fluff into your core. And that's what I'm seeing you missing the most. And so less observation and more feeling. And when you need help with that, go for a walk, breathe in really deep, but perceive that the air is flowing in through your navel, like you're breathing from your navel on a walk. That will really benefit you, it feels like.
Thank you very much. Thank you so
Blessings.
much, Brandy. Blessings to you too.
Thanks so much, Brandy. And thanks so much, Andrea, for asking a question and allowing us to answer. All right. Well, we have completed the intuitive panel portion of our fair. I'm going to turn off the recording in a moment. We have lots of different events coming up, and you can learn about all of them at MeWeFairs.com.